You'll see her after the game sign autographs from every single fan she can until the security pulls her off of them and says, you have to go back to the locker room and chat with your team and coach. And so she does. And I actually ran into her in the hallway and asked what it's like. And she goes, honestly, Shannon, I feel bad that I can't get to every single person. And that's just who she is. Jeff, that's been the chatter all week long. And frankly, for the past 3 weeks, Caden McNamara hasn't lived up to expectations. We're 2/3 through the season and he hasn't gotten anything going through the air. He has less than 1,000 passing yards. He has 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Stacey, I'm sure you're wondering, where do the Bears go once they're thrown onto the ice? What happens to them? I'm going to show you. I'm here with a couple of fans who have these Bears who just got out of the locker room, got done talking with the players, got done talking with Caitlin Clark, who said that she didn't really feel like she showed a lot of emotion today. She had 9 threes. How could you not show emotion? That shoot first mentality, that's something that the Wild need to do. Be on the aggressor versus kind of sitting back and watching and being safer with the puck. They need to be able to strike first. And actually, a little stat for you, 11 out of the last 13 games, they've outshot their opponent, but they've only won 3 of those games. That may be attributed to the power play. Todd Stepsis did tell us earlier this week that if Drake is going to win this game, they have to focus on ball security. They have to score when the opportunity presents itself. And most importantly, their defense has to continue to play great. If you reach your hand into a jar of jelly beans and you try to pick out the color while closing your eyes, that's exactly what it's like when trying to predict which teams are going to make it to the college football playoff. Not Shoeless Joe Jackson. This is not Dyersville. This is Polk City's Field of Dreams. It actually might be bigger. Iowa State head coach TJ Otzelberger, when asked what he's been telling his team this week, he said he doesn't give speeches, right? He said that it's going to come down to doing the simple things and being the best version of themselves they can possibly be, which is defensive, good in transition, and fast is what it translates to. Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey, he said that, yeah, we play fast too, but we do not rush it. Scott, you said it. Madrid undefeated. Madrid and Earlham both warming up behind me. Really nothing to see yet. I have to show you something spectacular that Madrid is doing tonight. It's called Jungle Chili Crunch. My man here is going to hand it to me. That's Fritos chili and cheese. It might just be what the Tigers need to fuel them to remain undefeated. Kirk Ferentz actually said that he doesn't remember the last time, maybe never, that he's ever had to play a 3rd or 4th string quarterback and have the first 2 off the roster. So Joe Labus, he is on a huge stage tonight. The players actually just walked in from the Bulldog Walk. They walked from the dining hall right here to the field. They went through their position groups, said a few words to each other, and kickoff is in about 2 hours. I'm now joined by head coach Todd Stepsis. Fair enough, right? He also said that he was married to Ray Skinny Hasman his whole life, but that he has legitimately missed every single wedding that he's been a part of. Post-game, Coach Bluter told us that back in the day, they used to call Caitlin Clark Ponytail Pete. Can you believe that? And now she holds the record. I mean, she passed all of the women's records, so she had to move on to the men. I actually have some little girls on the other side of the camera saying, "Go Big Red." There's tons of Nebraska fans here, a ton of Iowa fans, a lot of people drinking beer, having a good time. Sure, Iowa is going to be coming out here anytime. This game is at 7 o'clock on Peacock. You're not going to want to miss it. Scott, now they're playing I've Got Sunshine. So I want to listen to that. Oh, My Girl, that's what it's called. I'm going to listen to My Girl, so go throw it back to you. Take a look at all these kids who got here super early, ready to go. We are playing for a district championship here, home field advantage, undefeated North Polk, 7-1 ADM. I'm here with my friend Kennedy. We were chatting for a while. I wanted to ask her, when was the last time that North Polk was 8-0. This is what we all deserved. The best team in the country against the best player in the country. Caitlin Clark is record-scratchingly close to leading this Iowa team to its first title in program history. I mean, she's running out of history to make. Quarterback Rocco Becht emphasizes leadership. Him and Jalen Knoll and Jaden Higgins and the rest of the offense needs to come up big and fill those gaps that the defense doesn't have a choice but to leave blank. You guys forgot to mention that Iowa State's field general in the linebacker position is not going to be playing. Plus, it is a home game at Kinnick Stadium. The noise in this place is electrifying and really hard for teams to communicate in. It's not a comeback, right? Yeah. It's a 2-point game. There's 45 seconds on the clock. I'll tell you about it in sports. This is a free clinic. What a baller move.
I'm going to walk up here to Demarion Watson. We'll see if he can play defense and talk at the same time. Demarion, what's this event like for you guys?
I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity to give back to a community that gives so much to us, just give us so much support. So it's an amazing opportunity.
I'm going to give you the ball back here. You can feed it to the next player.
You talked about megastar. I think a better word to describe her is supernova. Coaches and players have talked about it all tournament long, that she is the best of the best. You guys, I did just get hit with a snowball. This is a loaded week. They have Kansas State tonight, and then Iowa State plays Kansas on Saturday. There's actually a fan who told me that he is not going into this game at Hilton Coliseum tonight, but is camping out for that Saturday game against Kansas. Coach Darren DeVries told me it's weird being back. It's a little bit different. You know, they did not get the main locker room, but they got the visitors locker room, which Darren DeVries had to joke about. Yes, Scott, a spectacular second round game that really came down to the wire here at the United Center. But Ohio State is going to be staying a little bit longer in Chicago with the win tonight. Caitlin Clark actually said that she doesn't get emotional. You could see clearly that she was shedding some tears when her family did come on for that ceremony. Fans are able to bring their own Bears and throw them onto the ice after the Iowa Wild scored their very first goal. Crash doing more work than I can here.
Kind of backtracking to your time in 2021. You started all 12 games, you had a great season, and then 2022 you had that injury in week 3. You didn't even get the chance to earn back the starting job because you were injured. Then you transferred to Iowa. How much gratification would you have to prove people wrong?
I've never been asked that question before.
When Coach Lisa Grief got here in 2016, she had just 2 returning players. Now, Des Moines North girls soccer has 50 players, the most in program history. Home run hat. Yes, you guessed it. You get to put it on if you hit one over the fences. You'll be greeted here, right at home and in Southeast Polk's case, with a pink cowboy hat. Griff, what do you expect is going to happen in this game? Oh, yeah, that is a very good answer from Griff. He expects the Dogs to win, 1.5-point favorites. Tip off at 9 for Griff and Shannon Ehrhardt. We're live in Omaha. Back to you guys.